Hi there, guys. So today we are looking at how do we take a general research prompt and turn it into a specific thesis. Now, most of this is just learned through practice. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at 3 example prompts and what it would take to turn the prompt into a specific topic. Now, there's a couple things I want to cover with you. One, the difference between a topic and a theme, and then the difference between a theme and a thesis, okay? So, before we ever even get to this, we're going to look at this. A topic, a topic is one word or phrase, okay? A topic is the general subject of a prompt, okay? A theme is a message stated by someone else, meaning this could be the author, this could be the plot of a story, this could be the quotes of an individual or a character. But a theme is not just one word, okay? A theme is not, there's no theme of bitterness. There's no theme of control, okay? There could be overlaying motifs of that, but that's considered a topic, okay? A topic is that one word or phrase. A theme is a message said by somebody else. So in a research paper like the one we're looking at, it's generally going to be an individual or authors on a certain topic. Maybe multiple authors have a similar theme. But your thesis or your major claim is your specific message. What is your specific argument? Okay? So we are going to look at this and we're going to try to come up with a topic, possibly a theme, and a thesis or major claim for each of the following research paper prompts, okay? Let's go through and look at this. So, first prompt. Write a research paper in which you explore the influence of the Renaissance onto modern Western society and culture. Okay, so topic, the influence of the Renaissance onto modern Western society. Okay, that's a phrase, but that's not a message. It's not a complete statement, okay? Now, if we were going to do some research, you guys also need to find a topic within this topic. You need to get a subtopic, a specific topic. So I'm going to say subtopic. One that you like, one that you really find fascinating. So let's think about all the things that we could say are subtopics to the Renaissance, okay? The Renaissance contains a lot. So maybe the Renaissance includes art, it includes literature, it includes education, it includes architecture. I'm not spelling well, sorry guys. Architecture, there you go. It includes philosophy, right? It includes religion and religious ideas, right? The Renaissance had all of this stuff pertained within it, okay? The influence of the Renaissance. Now, you're not going to look at the entire Renaissance. You're going to look at a component of the Renaissance, okay? Because you want to do one thing and you want to do that one thing really well. So I'm going to tell that to you over and over again. Don't try to do too much. If we were going to look at the entire influence of the Renaissance, I mean, man, that would just be a very long paper. It would be a book, okay? Because the Renaissance has so much influence on us today. So we want to examine one of these subtopics, okay? And even within these subtopics, there's more subtopics, okay? So first you want to go through and you want to examine what can I look at, okay? So in the Renaissance, I think, for example, I'm an English teacher, I like literature. So I'm going to look at literature. Maybe you really like art. Maybe you really like philosophy, whatever it might be. So you think, okay, I'm going to look at literature or literature and writing, okay? So what do you guys know about the Renaissance and literature and writing? Well, first, you'd want to go through and think, what do I know? Okay, I know there's famous Renaissance writers. I know that this is right before the time, maybe I don't know. This is like before the Elizabethan period, and leading into Shakespeare and stuff like that. I might not know who those famous writers are. So I might decide to go look. Okay, so I'm going to research famous authors of the Renaissance. Okay? Now, you do this when you get a research topic or research prompt and you're choosing a topic. You're going to need to do some research along the way. You're going to need to do some research before you ever solidify your actual thesis, okay? So I'm going to do a very, very minor research. Let's see what I can pull up. I'm going to Google. Okay. I'm going to say famous authors of the Renaissance, right? Oh, look at that. Google knows what I want to have. Oh, English authors of the Renaissance, authors and artists of the Renaissance, writers' history, Renaissance. Let's just take a look. This is not the level of quality of what you'd be looking, but main characteristics. Okay, this tells me about the Renaissance. Many considers when this guy, patriarch, was crowned poet at the beginning of the Renaissance. Okay, cool. Does anybody know who this guy, Francesco Patriarch, is? Why he's significant? If you remember back to your poetry, you might remember. How many of you guys have heard of this? This is what came to my mind. Dante and Dante's Inferno with the Divine Comedy. Ringing any bells, right? We also see this idea of Gutenberg, who made literature accessible. So I'm seeing some stuff. Okay, now I can come down here and here's a whole list of people. Okay, ooh, you guys heard some of these people, right? Machiavelli Niccolo, we heard about. We saw Dante, right? Maybe some of you know Sidney Phillip. Shakespeare. He's kind of at the end. Okay. Maybe, ooh, here's some people I might have seen from movies or something like that. This is the beginning of our Renaissance. So I'm just going to pick on somebody who catches my attention. Sidney Phillip. Okay. Sir Philip Sidney was an English poet, famous in his day in England, not only as a poet, but also as a courtier and soldier. He wrote prose, romance, pastoral idylls, and sonnets. He is noted for introducing the critical ideas of Renaissance theories to England. In his sonnets, he writes about the development of love from esteem through desire and true love. His heroic romance, Arcadia, though unfinished, is the most important work of English prose fiction in the 16th century. Okay. So this might be something a little bit different. We can see, if you guys don't know, Astrophel and Stella, it's a major thing. An apology for poetry could catch your attention. So I'm maybe going to look at Sir Philip Sidney. Okay, now that's a topic. That's just the topic. Theme. What does somebody else say about him? Okay, so going back, we're going to come here. and we're going to say, all right, so now we're going to create a theme. You don't always need a theme. There might not even be a theme because a theme is somebody else's comments, right? But what we're seeing is that Sir Philip Sidney brought Renaissance philosophy to England and wrote the most influential prose fiction of English Renaissance writing. That's what we just read. Okay. Now, we need to come up with our own thesis. Now, this is going to take some time. We don't know nearly enough about our topic whatsoever to get there, but we're just going to start with a working thesis. You can always go back and change it because as you get more and more information, you're going to adjust your own point of view, and that's perfectly acceptable because you want to have your own true belief shine out when you come up to a actual paper, when you come up to what you're writing. You want it to be what it is, and you're going to have to adjust because your viewpoint is going to adjust as you do more research. That's what should happen. Your ideas should flow. You should have greater opinions, right? Now, if we go back to the prompt, we already practiced breaking down the prompt, right? So where's our prompt, right? We need to explore. We need to have the influence, right? And we need to look at it on modern Western society, okay? So we can think about, what is this idea? Okay, he brought Renaissance philosophy to England. Well, that's going to have a big effect on Western culture because England is kind of the show point in which Western culture is communicated most of the time, right? It connected that to America, connected it to like Europe proper and so forth. So that's going to be a big deal that he brought Renaissance philosophy to England, and also that he had this prose fiction. So we need to decide what that influence was, okay? So this is going to be our working thing. One of the greatest influences of the Renaissance was the changes that it brought, greatest influences onto modern Western culture. I'm gonna reorder this. I know you guys think I just have fabulous writing, but you change it along the way. One of the greatest influences of the Renaissance onto modern Western culture was, no, we don't write in the past tense in a thesis. We always write in the present tense, is, except it would be multiple. One of the influences is the change that it brought onto Western ideals of literature. Okay. One of the greatest leaders in this change was Sir Philip Sidney, as he introduced classical Renaissance philosophy into England, but also demonstrated these ideas in his own poetry. The end. All right, that's what you guys got.